So, good morning and welcome to this session of Product Design Engineering. Today, we are going to discuss about PCBs, printed circuit boards, which is part of our syllabus, unit number 3. So, let me share the screen with you. Okay, I hope you understand this. Okay. Okay, I assume that you are able to see this particular thing displayed on your PC, or is it visible to you? Check. Yes, it is visible. Okay. So to start with, why it is needed to see or to learn about PCB? Because in previous lectures we have already discussed about what this particular subject is about. This particular subject, PDE, product development, product design, engineering, is concerned not only about mechanical things, it is also about software based things, electronics based things, and other things also. Because I hope you remember once in few days back I have told you regarding the various branches of design. So design as a whole we can take, and the part of that design could be product design, automobile design, industrial design is also called as product design, automobile design is there, human interaction design is there. All right, I hope you remember that. So there are fashion technology design, footwear design, animation design, lot of different things are there. So when you are going to work as a design engineer in an industry, so obviously at the start you are not going to work as an design engineer, you will be working on the shop floor. Some of you may get the chance to work in research and development. Some of you may get the chance to work in a company which produces or manufactures electronic products. So it is very essential to know all about software things, electronic things, and mechanical things, and how we are going to integrate this and improve our knowledge regarding this, right? So that is why this particular thing, PCB, is very important to understand. So basically, when we see this word PCB or circuit or printed circuit board, so you can see on the screen, you are able to see, if you are able to see this part, this particular thing is called as PCB, printed circuit board. I know everyone has seen this kind of thing in their mobile phone, in their electronic items that they have at home, right? So this is called as printed circuit board. Why printed, why circuit, and why board? Why it is called as printed circuit board? Because the procedure is like printing it on the board of copper, or sometimes different materials are being used, right? Then there are different other components which has to be installed on this printed circuit board, and finally we get this final board assembly. It is called as board assembly. So basically the flow is going like this. We have to design all the things first, then go for printing and preparing this PCB and install the components on it, and finally we get the board assembly. Okay, so this is how this PCB is going to be developed. Now after completing the assembly, you have to test it. There are testing procedures and everything is there, but as a mechanical engineer, you are not required to go in detail what is mean by IC, how many ports are there for this chip, and what is this part. You just have to know that how this is going to be designed. So basic thing is that if you are able to learn this thing, how this PCB is manufactured, you will be able to work upon that. So that is the objective of today's lecture. Okay. So let's move to the further part. Let me. Okay, what is a PCB? Okay, so in one line, if you want to tell what is a PCB, we can tell it as a mechanical solution to an electrical or electronic problem. Now, there is involvement of electrical also, involvement of electronics also. So without electricity, without pulses, without energy, this particular PCB, if you are able to see on screen, is not going to work. Obviously, you have to provide some energy source to this, and by using that energy in different format and in articulated way, we can perform various operations. If you remember at your home or at any shop of repairing shop, when you are little bit younger from now, you could have seen these kind of things at some repairing shop, electronic repairing shop, or in your television, older television. They are also having this particular PCBs are there, but the point was that they were having a lot of connections like this. Okay, so if you want to check the error in the system, if you want to improve its efficiency, or whatever the repair work you want to do, what you have to do, you have to choose the right wire. So it is like a bomb, right? So if you cut the different wire, it will blast. Not, no, it is not going to blast, but it will be not functional, right? So this was the thing before these printed circuit boards were there. But when the printed circuit boards arrived in industry, in market, this wiring thing has been removed or obsolete, has become obsolete. And the you can see these are the lines, how they are going to visit from one point to another point. Okay, so these are working as wiring. Okay, so we can call it as a mechanical engineer, we can call it as a mechanical solution to an electrical problem or electronic problem. Okay, now, what does a printed circuit board comprises of? Okay, circuit connects components through board. As we have seen in earlier slide, the circuit connects. These are the components. Component number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 15. 15 components are there and they are connected through board, not through wires as here it is displayed, through board. Okay, so this is how printed circuit boards are featured and made of alternating layers of conducting and insulating material. So if you are going to connect one component with the another component or with the energy source, you must have some conducting materials like wires, and you must have some resisting material to avoid connection with other things. So if you carefully observe this area here, you can see that the golden or the green part is coming, and after beside that you can see that a dark green part is layered upon it. So there is no short circuiting between these two lines. Okay, so this is how insulation is carried out, right? So insulating material is there and conducting material is there. Okay. Now this is a top view and this is a bottom view of an basic PCB. Simple PCB is there. So you can see that what are the different things are available here. Sorry. See, these rectangular and square parts, if you can observe here, these are called as pads, and the lines which are connecting these pads to its particular thing, okay, that are called as traces, pads and traces. Now these are drill files or drill fields, you can call it as. And why it is needed to drill the holes? Because to install or to mount different components. If you observe these components here, these components, these are obviously required to be stick to the particular area of the printed circuit board. Then how they are going to stick? So possibility is that if it is not a heavy one, not a big one, so you can just put there and you make the soldering part, they will get at their place. Sometimes it is required to have drilled holes so that the output or input from that component can be taken and made as a soldering part. Okay, so this is how the printed circuit board is going to be manufactured. Now how PCB design and manufacturing is done. So basic procedure is given here. You have to generate a film. Now you can generate this film on a simple paper also. There are specific type of papers available in the market, or you can just print it on your regular printing paper. Okay, but you must have the design created before that. Okay, now that design, how to generate this, how this part is going to be connected to this part, and that calculations and that modifications and that analysis you have to create or make it before printing the film. Okay, so according to the requirement you must have that design or that thing with you. Then you are going to generate this printed part. Then you have to take a raw material, which it could be a copper or any other material. Nowadays different materials are available. Okay, then there are, you can see the drilling is being carried out here. Okay, then third process is to drill the hole. Then you have to use this and apply the you call it as a photosensitive material. Okay, so if you remember, there were films, cameras were there, Kodak cameras like that. So they were using negatives and they were using developing that photos, and we used to get that printing from different sources, right? So if you remember that thing, same principle is applied here. A photosensitive material is used and it is used to develop the selected area from the panel. Okay, the exact procedure of designing the PCB that I have already placed in Google Classroom. You can just have a look at that video. Okay, So this is how the development, and after development you will get this type of thing, printed circuit board. And now what you have to do, since you have applied a material on that, so you have to etch that material. This is called as stripping and etching. Okay, you have to remove the dry film, then etch the exposed copper. Now you have to use a soldering mask area to entire board with the exceptions of solder pads. Now you have to use the soldering mask, and you can solder different components like here, and also in some cases you require their what you can say, some text like this, led etc. Okay, so which denotes the positive point, negative point, or which denotes the name of the component. Okay, so it is easy to understand by using this nomenclature. So you can apply white letter marking using screen printing process. This is also another process which after the soldering is done, you can use this screen printing process. Okay, and finally we are going to get a printed circuit board after uh, applying or inserting the different components on it like this. Okay, so what are the basic components a PCB must have? Obviously power supply, then there could be decoupling caps, termination resistors are there, mounting holes tied to chassis ground like here. You can see that because stability is also needed, all designed to reduce parasitic effect. Okay, parasitic effect means they are not going to if you just put this part on a simple plane, it could be a conducting material, it could be a resisting material. So whatever the ports that are just came from the bottom, I just shown you the bottom side also. Okay, if this is a top view, then at the bottom you will have that drill holes and soldered points also, right? So this is also very important on which part you are going to mount this particular PCB. For that reason, parasitic effect should be reduced. Okay, so this is how PCB is designed. So you can see the complete procedure of PCB in the video that I have provided. So let me stop this. Okay.